you know that a mother and father, like they're our first god or gods or whatever? Mother and father. That's why, like in the early traditions, they'll be like you're supposed to honor your father, or when you read the holy books, you'll be like honor your father and mother for the days of your life. Like your father and mother, that's a task. I know our generation probably have gone up like with single parents, we've gone up with absent fathers, we've gone up with parents that are bitter, and we feel we resent them, or we feel we hate them, we feel they didn't love us, we feel they didn't give us what we wanted, we feel they didn't do enough, we feel they didn't work hard. But I want to tell you this, like whoever is watching, I know they've done so much. Like your mother hates you, probably your father hates you, probably you think they don't love you, probably you think they abandoned you, probably you think they don't deserve to live. I know and I understand, but one thing I have to tell you is you have to forgive them. Like you have to forgive them. You have to forgive your parents. You see, we're taught, as when you read and look at probably the Kabbalah, like that's like the Jewish preachings and stuff like that, like before the Bible came into play and things like that. They'll tell you that whatever happens, actually we choose our parents, and that's a lesson we come here to learn. So you're here to know why you chose your parents. Like once you're coming, even in the Quran they'll tell you, before we come into earth or before we come into the world, we already know how our life is going to play out. So whatever is happening or whatever is with us, we have a hand in it. We planned it with the Creator. We start with the Creator, the universe, the gods, the ancestors, and so that we deserve those parents. So the parents that you have, that you think are bad, that you think don't love you, I want you to know this, that you chose them. Like that's why they be like we don't choose. Okay, we are told we don't choose our parents, but then afterwards, after you understand that actually you chose your parents, you see that situation that they are in, you see that way they talk to you, probably you see how they make you feel that you're not loved, you're not enough. That's a lesson. You're supposed to learn that actually not everyone will love you, but then not everyone will love you, but then for you have to love them. I'm telling you this because I realize we are so stuck because we are holding on to grudges of our parents, those that the mother and father wounds. And I will tell you this, if your father probably is abusive or your father is the way it is, you're going to attract the same men into your life. You'll be like, why is this man treating me like this? If your father was good and is that kind, that's why people, when they're looking for money, they look for people that look like their fathers, because it's the only man they grew up with, the only person they grew up seeing. But then the only thing is, because you love them so much, you won't see their mistakes. So till you know their mistakes and be like, okay, my father wasn't a perfect man, he was still my father, but he wasn't a perfect man, you're always going to attract men, or you're always going to want men that look like your father. And for the people that hate their fathers, you attract absent fathers. Like if your father was absent, like an absent father, or you're also going to attract absent fathers. If your mother was like bitter and stuff like that, you're going to attract such women. You won't know, but you attract such women. So it's a soul connection. It's like a vibration. So meaning whether they are there or they are not there, they're still influencing your life. So the only thing you can do is to honor them, despite their shortcomings, despite what they have done. You pray and get the grace. One of the things of healing, like real healing, is to just pray, is just to forgive them. Perhaps they didn't even know how to love, so how could they have loved you? Perhaps they gave birth, they went to have fun and boom, your mother became pregnant, and they were like, they couldn't handle the pressure and they ran away. Like they couldn't handle the pressure. You see how you've grown and like life has failed. Perhaps they also failed in that line. They're like, okay, what can they failed, they didn't have that sense. And it also comes from their parents also didn't know. So that's how generational things are born. Because the grandfather didn't know how to love, the kids were born, or they also didn't know how to love, and when they were looking for partners, they just found people that were like that, and that's how they did something, and they thought it was love, yet it wasn't love. That's why, and when kids came into the picture, they ran away. Probably why your mother doesn't love you is because she never got the love, like they didn't get the love, or maybe there is a reason why they don't love you. Probably their mother treated them in some way. Probably they gave birth to you when they were young. Probably they were raped. Probably you get so many of them. Well, that's why they resent you. So now your task that you know that, so that you don't bring into kids that are going to be like, okay, my mother doesn't love me, is to heal your mother and father wounds, because they are your first creators. They are your first goods. Like once you heal them, everything will make sense. I know they did lots of things so that you stop attracting the same men. You attract someone and be like Aringa Chitange, like they are like your father, they are like your mother. Whether you know it, if you didn't meet your father, if you didn't meet your mother, just know the people that you're attracting are exactly like them. They're exactly like them. If you've met women, wives that are the way they are, just know that's your mother. Because why do you think of all women you're attracting such a person? Because of your mother. Probably you respect your mother, but then you like, this woman is dense, this woman is stupid. We grow up and we still call our parents, we think our parents are dense, our parents are stupid, they could have done better. You still resent them. You are going to attract the same people. You're going to attract women that are going to resent you, that behind the bedroom are going to tell you of how you're not a man enough, of how you should be a man, because that's the same attitude you have towards your mother. So till you forgive your mother, till you forgive that she's also human, she didn't know what she was doing, till you forgive your father, that also he's also a human, he didn't know what he was doing. You see that we are overwhelmed and we can't take care of our kids. I know it's tough, parents can do so many things, but just know, if you feel you hate your parents that much, or if you feel your parents have done something to you, just know one of your life's purpose, or one of the things probably you reincarnated and came back to life, is to work on that, is to work on those bones, so that you create something new, so that you start afresh, so that you teach your kids how to love. You'll be like, my father, my mother didn't love me the way I deserve to be loved, but then I feel I'm going to love you better. I'm going to love you and that love begins with, you have to love yourself. You have to take care of yourself. You protect. It doesn't mean that because you've forgiven them and you love them, you're going to bring them back into your life. No, that's not love. Okay, that's you're taking something, because deep down you'll be like, why are they here? Okay, so you can love them and still love them from afar. You wish them grace, you wish them peace, you wish them love, you forgive them, and the best thing you can do is forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for not knowing. Forgive yourself for not knowing that actually they are your parents, for not knowing that actually you deserve better, for not knowing what love is. Forgive yourself, like have the grace. I know it's tough, but you can get some time alone and be like, you work on yourself, you forgive yourself, you also forgive them, you extend the grace. You see, when you grow up and certain things are not working out, people will tell you go to apologize to your mother. People will go to their mother's tombstones and do witchcraft there, do dark magic there. Yeah, it can work, but then that's also temporary, because it's coming, you're doing it from the outside. So whatever is in the outside, it's just in the outside. It has to start from within. You get? So even if you don't go to that tombstone and you just work on yourself and you be like, okay, mother, I'm sorry for what I did, I'm sorry that I abused you, I didn't know, and you forgive yourself. That's the best thing. Forgiveness, like forgiveness and love. That's why Christ preached that, like love. That's why they tell you Christ is love, and that love is supposed to be unconditional. So if you say you love but then you still hate your parents, you still resent them, you haven't reached that. And it's okay, it's the process. Give yourself the grace of time. One day, if you really want it, one day you'll find the courage to forgive them and love yourself better. Peace and love.